Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In the last video, I got a lot of questions on how to make a monster that follows the player and damages the player, like some kind of chasing challenge. So today I'm going to show you how to do just that. I'm also going to show you how to do the find an item challenge, then something happens. And I will also show you how to do the transitions where the screen goes completely black and then you appear in a completely different place. So yeah, we will start with the monster part. As you can see, I have a monster right here. I made it just for you guys. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to go to the link I will leave in the description, which is this one right here. And you will notice it's a model of a monster which I made for you. So I want you to take that. Then you're gonna go back to the studio. You're gonna open the toolbox. You don't remember, you go to view, then toolbox, then go to the four squares right here. And then on my models, you should see the tutorial monsters. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one. And if you click on it, you should have your new monster right here. Okay, so I made like a very generic version of the monster, but feel free to uh, customize it as much as you want. You can change the face, you can add clothes to it, or change the color, or whatever you want. So yes, this monster actually already works. So if you want to test it, you can go ahead. Let's test it right now. And yes, you will notice that the monster follows you. If you touch it, it does some damage to you. If you think it's too fast, you can go ahead and uh, reduce the speed. Go ahead to the zombie property. I mean the zombie humanoid. Then go to the properties, and you can go ahead and change the speed somewhere around here. Sorry, I can find it. Okay, here, walk speed. You can change it to 10 or whatever you want to. I think 10 is a good number if you don't want it to be really hard or really fast. So yes, we now have a monster, but what I want you to do is to select the model of the monster. Then you're gonna cut it, and I want you to paste it inside the replicated storage right here. So you're gonna paste it into there. And okay, so we have our monster is inside our replicated storage, and that's something we will use later. So now we will set up our challenge so we can actually make the monster appear when we want to and disappear when we want to. So I want you to go to the start server script service, then go to game script, and we already did our challenge one, which was in the last video where the players had to take a chair or else they will die. So now we want to work on our challenge number 2. Challenge number 2 will be our chase monster chase challenge. So first we want to change the ambient of the place because we want it to be way more scary when the monster appears. So we're gonna head and do that. If you want to modify the lights, the color of the sky, the fog that appears, that everything that is related to the ambient, it's inside the lightning. So we're gonna go ahead and change that a little bit so we can make it way more spooky. So on the outdoor ambient, we want to change it to way darker. You can notice it starts to change a little bit, but we want it to be more scary. So let's reduce the brightness to 0 maybe. Okay, so you can tell is way more scary now. We can also change the fog if you want to. You can add fog maybe on fog start. You can change it to 100 and this one to 1000, maybe less. Okay, so yeah, you can notice the fog is right there. We can change the color. Maybe a little more closer. 10. Okay, this is perfect. This is really scary. And okay, so we want this to look like this when the monster appears. You can also, I don't like how the daylight looks, so you can go ahead and change the time of day too. If you change it to 1, it's gonna change to nighttime. So okay, we want everything, all these changes to happen when the challenge number 2 starts. So that's what we're gonna do. So if we want to do that, we have to change the properties on Lightning. So we're gonna head and program that. We're gonna do game Lightning. First, we're gonna change the outdoor ambient, Lightning outdoor ambient, and we're gonna change it to this 0, 0, 0. Okay, no, you have to add this, make it a color, and yes, that should work. Then we're gonna change the brightness to 0. We're also gonna change the time of day to 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. We're also gonna change the fog color to black, which is this. And fog end, we're gonna change it to 50. Fog start, you're gonna change it to 10. Perfect. So all this will make the game look just like we want it to when the challenge 2 starts. And challenge 2 will start after challenge 1 finishes. So you can return it back to normal if you wanted to. I'm just gonna go ahead and undo everything. And yeah, it should look normal now. Let's go ahead and test it. But first, okay, yeah, let's go and also add a wait time before this happens. We're gonna wait 5 seconds, then we're gonna change all the lightning properties. So let's test it. Okay, so after this, it should wait 5 seconds and then change everything. Okay, yeah, it works perfectly. As you guys can tell, the ambient is way more spooky now. So we're going to make the teacher say something like, hey, what happened to the lights? Let me go check or whatever. Then the teacher is gonna leave and then the monster will appear, which is how many story games work. If you want to make something similar, you can go ahead and follow these steps. I recommend you guys to make your own little twist to make it more original, because a lot of people have already done this, but it's up to you. So yeah, let's add a dialogue which says, which makes the teacher. Okay, we gotta copy the teacher image in our challenge number 2. We gotta make the teacher say something like, hey, what happened to the lights? Then we wait 5 seconds and then make it say something else like, let me go check. Let me go check. And then we wait another 5 seconds and we will remove the teacher. So we're gonna do game workspace teacher destroy. Then we will wait another 5 seconds and we will make a variable of the monster. Remember, our monster is in the replicated storage. Then tutorial monster, we're gonna make a clone, and then we're gonna make the parent of the monster the workspace. Okay, so one thing I forgot to do is that if we do that right now, the monster is probably going to appear in this position. So to avoid that, we're going to add it back to the workspace again, and we will place it where we want it to appear. So let's say I want my monster to appear right in the front of the classroom. Okay, you put it in the position you want to, and then we're going to do what we did in the beginning, where we cut the monster, and we're going to paste it in the replicated storage. So the monster, when we call it and we change its parent, it will appear. It will appear in the front of the classroom. So yeah, let's go ahead and test that. Okay, so the teacher should disappear after 5 seconds. There we go. And then the monster should appear after another 5 seconds. So there it is. There is the monster. And then we want the monster to disappear after a certain amount of time. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna wait maybe 30 seconds. We will also add a timer right here, which is 30 seconds. And then after those 30 seconds, we should destroy the monster. And we could also change the properties of the lightning back to what they were normally. So we're gonna go ahead and paste everything here, and we're gonna change the lighting to what we have right now, which is brightness 2, time of the day 2:14, the outdoor ambient. Also be careful here because you have to add 250/50 to every number for it to work, because it's a scale from 0 to 1. And then the fog color, we're going to change it to this. Remember, to 50/50 to every number. And we're going to change fog end to 100,000, and then to fog start to 0. And yes, that should work. Now it will be scary and dark for 30 seconds with the monster. Then it will, after 30 seconds have passed, the monster will disappear and the ambient will be changed back to normal. then we can go ahead and start another challenge. Okay, so now let's say that the players are really scared because of the monster and they want to hide in the cafeteria. So we have to find the key of the cafeteria because it's locked. So that's the item that we are going to find. So let's go ahead and close the cafeteria first. We will make the door that locks the cafeteria. Make sure that this model is give me a second. Okay, make sure that this model right here, this part is can call it, so the player cannot go through. Okay, so now we have to create our item. So I want it to be a key, the key to the cafeteria. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead to models, then I'm gonna go ahead and go to mesh, and I'm gonna search for a key. You can pick any you want. Maybe I'll pick this one. It might be too big for your map. You can go ahead and scale it to make it smaller. I'm gonna make it a normal size. Okay, so you can go ahead and compare it with the characters to make sure it's a good size. So I think this is a good size for the key. And you're gonna put it wherever you want to the player to find it. So I'm gonna hide it right here. Maybe I'm going to change the color to orange. And I'm also going to change the name to cafeteria key. Okay, so we now got our cafeteria key. Make sure to enter it too. And now we're gonna do the same we did with the monster, with the tutorial monster. We're going to select it, then we're going to cut, and we're going to paste it inside the replicated storage. Perfect. Now, remember we want our challenge number 3 to be about finding this key. So we're going to make a local variable of the key. We're gonna do the same that we did with the monster. We're gonna search for it in the replicated storage, then cafeteria key, and we're going to make a clone. Oh, let me fix this real quick. Okay, there we go. Then we're going to make the key parent the workspace, and the game workspace. Okay, that's better. Okay, so now the key should be part of the workspace. So right now what we're going to do is maybe add some dialogue of the players. We should have some example right here. We're going to take this one, the player dialogue. We're going to copy it, paste it here. Let's make it say something like, "What was that? Wait 5 seconds." Then make someone else say something like, "Was it a monster?" And make it say like, "We should find the cafeteria key." Okay, so that's good enough. Now we're going to wait another 5 seconds, and we will make the where I want you to copy this and paste it down below here. And now we want the game to wait until the player finds the key until before something else happens. So we're gonna do repeat, wait until game workspace find first child cafeteria key. or whatever the name of your model is equal to false. Okay, so we created a key, we made it be in the workspace. So we're going to wait until the game doesn't find it, so we know that someone took it. And then after this condition happens, the game is going to continue and we can make other stuff happen after that. So now we have the game checking for the cafeteria key to disappear, but we haven't made anything to make the key disappear when you touch it. So you're gonna go to replicated storage, you're gonna go to the cafeteria key, you're gonna right click, then you're gonna insert a script. Then you're gonna do script parent touched connect function hit. Okay, so you're gonna create a function when something touches the part, then you're gonna change it. You're gonna check if the hit the parent. If you can find the find first child, if you can find the humanoid inside the as the parent of the part that is touched. Okay, so this checks for the perfect. Okay, so what this script does is that it checks if something touches the parent of the script, which is our key. Then it checks the hit parent, and if it can find the humanoid, it means that it is a player and it should disappear. Okay, so let me make it if you provide perfect child humanoid, then okay. If this condition happens, if the touched part is actually a player, then we will make the key disappear. Script parent destroy. Don't worry guys, all these scripts I will include them in the description. Just make sure to try to follow me and you should be good. Okay, so now if a player touches the key, it should disappear. And now if the key disappears in here, the script or main script should detect it and something should happen after that. Okay, then we're gonna make a random player say something like, great, we found the key. Perfect. And now after this, we will start working with our transitions. So we're going to create our first transition. We're going to go ahead and go to in replicated storage. I want you to create a new remote event and you're going to call it transition event. Perfect. Now I'm going to leave another link in the description, another CodePy link, and I want you to copy what is there, which is the transition script. And you're gonna go ahead and go to starter player, starter character script. We're going to create a new local script. You're going to change the name to transition script, and you're going to paste the content of it inside. Now we're gonna go ahead and create our transition screen. So I want you to go to starter GUI, then screen GUI, and inside the screen GUI, I want you to create another frame, and I want you to name it transition. So we're going to change the anchor point, 0.5.5. We're going to put it in the middle of the screen, 0.5, 0, 0.5. And we're going to change the size to 1.5, 0, 1.5, 0. Perfect. Now you can tell that it covers all the screen. If you like it white, you can leave it white. I'd rather have it black because I think a black transition looks better, but that's up to you. So now we have a transition. We're going to go ahead and change the visible to false, and it should work now. Okay, so let me just check this script real quick. So yes, now you're going to copy the transition event. You're going to copy this line right here, go to your game script, and you're going to paste it here. Now we can go ahead and create a transition. After finding the key, wait 5 seconds, and then transition event, fire all clients, and that's it. So you're gonna wait another 3 seconds and then teleport the players. Okay, so I will include a teleport the players script in the description. I want you to copy it and paste it right here. Teleport players, and it should be all this. So now we're going to use it. We're going to wait 3 seconds, then we're going to teleport the players. Okay, but first we need to create a part where we want to teleport the players. So we want to teleport the players to the cafeteria. So we're going to create a part, then put it inside the cafeteria, make it invisible because we don't want players to see it, make it anchored, not can collide, and change its name to cafeteria teleport. Okay, so now we can use our script. Inside the parentheses, we're going to add game, workspace, cafeteria teleport, C frame. Okay, so this should work now. This should teleport, this should create a transition after someone grabs the key and then teleport the players inside the cafeteria. Okay, let's go ahead and try that. We'll see the monster. We should find the cafeteria key, and now the cafeteria key should spawn where we created it, which is right here. We can see it, it's here now. Let's take it. And you can see it disappears and the new dialog starts. Great, we found the key, 5 seconds. Okay, so something happened to the transition. Let me check what it is. Okay, yeah, we should make the transition visible. Okay, so you should see this, but you should change the background transparency to 1. And this way it should work. So we're gonna test again. Okay, now we find the cafeteria key. We take it, great, we found the key. The transition should play. And yes, it worked perfectly, and we are now inside the cafeteria after a transition. Okay, so guys, that's gonna wrap it out for today. Thank you so much for watching the videos. We learned a lot today. We learned how to create our monster challenge, then the find a need item challenge, then the transition. We learned a lot of stuff. In the next video, we will learn how to make our ending and how to teleport the players to the lobby. Or maybe we'll make the lobby first. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one and see you in the next one. Bye bye.